Hey everyone. Hopefully this is working. So we're going to do a live warm-up. What I wanted to do is hold myself accountable and get you guys to be accountable every day. I'm hoping to make this a consistent thing where I'm showing up and we're going to be doing a warm-up all together to get our voices in shape, keep our voices in shape, and learn to sing together and improve our voices. So we'll wait for some people to join and then we'll get started. All right, awesome. We've got somebody in. So welcome, and we're going to jump straight into warming up. So the very first exercise I'm going to do for a warm-up is the lip roll. So guys, feel free to join in with me whenever you join in, and we'll do this together. So I'm going to pull up my keyboard here. Give me 1 sec, and then we will run through it together. Hope everybody's doing well. And then as we go through, hey Carter, feel free to come up with me here. So I'm going to be, make sure, is my sound coming through okay? Everybody can hear me? But yeah, let's start our warm up. We're going to start down here. For females, feel free to start an octave above, but let's go. What I'm doing here is I'm lifting the weight of my cheeks off of my lips so that they roll a little bit better. Join in with me, guys. Feel free to join in when you want, guys. For males here, we're going into our head voice, so let it go into head voice. Just go as high as you can. Don't feel like you have to push it if it's not feeling comfortable. right, so I'm stretching a little bit up at the top. So we are at, what are we doing? We're up to the C6. So for females, that's your high C. And we'll come back down. Hope you guys join in. We're all going to improve our voices together. Now, as we're coming back down into chest, you want to try to find your chest resonance at the bottom. Hey, Erwin, welcome. Please join in with us. Start doing your vocal exercises. All right, so that's exercise number 1. For those of you that are joining us just now, what we're doing is a vocal warm-up, and I'm planning on doing this every single day. I don't know how long I'm committing to do this for, but I want you guys to join in with me, do your vocal warm-ups every single day. This is to hold me accountable and hold you guys accountable to do your vocal warm-ups. And I guarantee anybody that does their vocal warm-ups every single day will definitely 100% see an improvement in their voice. So if you guys do this with me, you will get better. So I'm going to stand up because it's hard to engage our support when we're sitting down. So next, what we're going to do is nay-nays. So if you guys have ever done this, we want to make a big smile. Nay, 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 nay. 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 Okay, so what I noticed there is as I was going up higher, my voice was facing some resistance. Like I was feeling a little bit of strain. So I'm going to be real with you guys. Like this is going to be me vulnerable because I'm warming up my voice with you guys. So if you're finding your voice is getting stuck, got to change up the exercise. Take a drink of water too. All right, now let's try, if nay wasn't working so well, Let's try a different exercise. Let's try buh. So we're gonna go boop 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 boop. So yeah, getting stuck. Boop 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 boop. 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 Oh, wrong one. Boop 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 boop. Blah. Falling a little bit off pitch. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Boop 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 boop. Join in with me, guys. Boop 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 boop. 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 All right, so let's take a little bit of a break. Answer any Q&A you guys might have. How's your voice feeling? Who's joining in with me on the exercises? Anybody done some of the exercises with me? Who's brave enough? All right. If there are no questions, we're going to continue. Let's continue on with a falsetto exercise. So we're going to go. This one, you want to be really light, really airy, falsetto. Join in with me, guys. All right, awesome. Agi Alex, sorry, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Super long name. But how do you support your voice? Is that what you're asking? that a question about support for the voice? Just want to make sure I'm going to answer your question correctly. All right. So let's answer it as if that was the question. So how do you support your voice? In the simplest terms possible, support comes from using the abdominal muscles to press the air up and out of the throat. A lot of people will use the neck muscles way too much. And so if the neck muscles are engaging, then we're going to end up choking off our sound. So what we want to avoid is a breath like this. If you're breathing like that, it's going to be really, really problematic to sing. So what we want to do is keep the chest relaxed and just use the belly. So you want to imagine like you're filling up your belly with air. So you want to breathe in, let your belly expand, and then as you breathe out, let your belly come in. It gets a little bit more complex than that, but that's like the basic level of vocal support. So again, here you want to breathe in, fill up the belly, and then breathe out. Ah, and then the belly comes in. That's the main way that we want to support the voice. So I don't want to overcomplicate it, but for many people, they don't know that basic level of support. So Alex, are you able to feel that in yourself, like right now? Or have you tried that? So I wanted, again, put one hand on your chest. Everybody do this with me. One hand on your chest, one hand on your belly, right around your belly button. And I want you to breathe in, fill up your belly like it's a balloon. Don't let your chest move. Most of you are going to move your chest. Don't move your chest. And then I want you to, just let out an ah sound. Ah, that's support. If you can feel that engagement of the abdominals with the vocal cords, that is support. Something I think would be really cool if you guys would be open to it. Awesome. Alex, great job. I'd love to get you guys on the phone and actually get a chance to speak to you guys live on the stream. So what I want to try to do is, if you guys are open to it, this is my number. And everybody who's on here can call in, and I will I'll walk you through some Q&A and walk you through some exercises, and live on this call right now, help you guys out with your voice. So anybody that wants to call in, I've got my phone here. It is right now available, ready for you guys to call in. And we will work on anybody and everybody's questions and vocal issues. So feel free to call in. I'll have it here available for whenever somebody hops on. Cool. In the meantime, we're going to continue on with the vocal exercises. So something weird is happening with my voice, where you can hear even in my speaking voice, I'm kind of cracking a little bit. So what I want to do is address that live on the call. So what I would do is find a very, very quiet sound and try to hold specific notes. So we're going to do this on a vocal fry. So if you guys can find vocal fry, in your voice, just let it be really, really relaxed. Just hold a very quiet, non-airy sound. You can even use this to slide around. Okay, so there my voice is wanting to cut out. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. And this can really help when you move your head around. Sorry about the dog barking in the background. When you move your head around, it can really loosen things up and get things feeling a lot more free. And it's really good to connect it back down into your chest voice. And then you can kind of do some chest voice exercise. Already my voice is feeling a little bit better. Let's try some chest voice exercises. So if we go on an it's feeling like it's losing a little bit of its resonance that it normally has. These are the things I'll do to be able to find my voice. Yeah, Romania, probably the dog is not loving the high notes. Another really good thing to if your voice is not feeling 100%, which, you know, pretty much every morning my voice is not feeling 100%. To do a chew and hum with lower notes. So if we go, that can get more buzz coming up into the front of your face, and get the voice resonating the way it should without extra push. And I'll also integrate some movement. So like moving the neck can really help loosen it up. And that can keep things loose. Also rolling the shoulders as you do it. Join in with me, guys. And then what I like to do is just get the get this within the context of songs, specific songs. Alex, you're asking, do you always push your belly inwards and outwards when singing, or is that problematic? You shouldn't be manually doing it, but your belly should be doing it automatically. So like if I cough, right? Do you see how my belly moves in naturally? I don't need to think, oh, I'm coughing, therefore I should engage my belly. It happens as a reaction, and that's what it should be. That you have a natural reaction of ah. If I'm gonna sing, my abdominals engage, and that's kind of the main thing we want to do. So if we are going to be doing, let's say, a song, right? Always what I'd like to do is once I've done my warm-up, so that was a good 22-minute warm-up, that should have you like ready to start going with your voice. Then I like to jump into songs. And then with the songs, what I want to do is focus on starting off with something easy and building up into things that are harder. So let's start off with Fly Me to the Moon. It's a pretty easy song. So anybody who wants to join in with me, you could do this with me. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Right, so that will get me into it, get me singing phrases. I always start with vocal exercises first, but then I move into actually singing songs. So that'll be the first one. Questions coming in. So how do we do high notes? One of my favorite ways to get into doing high notes is to start off very, very quiet. So the exercise I just did a moment ago, going, it makes high notes very easy. There's not a lot of volume. There's not a lot of effort. There's not a lot of push to be able to hit that high note. Feels very easy. High notes should feel easy until we start to get into the heavier sounds. And the heavier sounds, it's harder to balance things. So it starts to get like, difficult to manage. But with higher notes, they don't necessarily have to be loud. And I think that's where most people get stuck, is that they try their high notes super, super loud right out of the gate. We could sing a full song, right? So like, let's say, well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift, the baffled composing hallelujah. So that can be a way to sing it. Like, if you start off singing very quietly and then you build into it. It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall. You can start to get louder without a lot of effort. And your highest note is a bit of a struggle, which is A4. A4 is quite high. Are you a female or a male? Makes a big difference. So for a male, A4 is a high note to be able to sing consistently. So that means probably like G4 is like your top comfortable note to hit, that's still pretty good, So I wouldn't worry too much about that. It puts you in line of being able to sing most songs on the radio. If you could sing a F or a G, you're pretty good with singing most stuff on the radio. Buddha is asking, is this my first live stream? Nope, this is not my first live stream, but it must be the first live stream you've hopped on to. 15-year-old boy. Okay, so that makes your voice more like a female voice. And so it's going to probably be changing right around now if it hasn't changed already. But the fact that, if your voice hasn't changed through puberty yet, sometimes puberty can kick in late for some people. Depends on the individual. I remember my voice dropped later. People are different, individual differences, but that's the, if your voice has already gone through that change and you're hitting the A4 pretty comfortably, it sounds like it's a bit of a struggle. But A4 is a pretty good note, like, to be hitting. G4, you sank my battleship. Yep. 100%. Okay. Okay, but I can't do vibrato in that note, and my stamina is bad. I can't sing a song fully, and I need lip trills just to get the note. Okay, so that means that you're lip trilling up to the A4. That's a big difference. So if you're not doing open vowels to the A4, like, can you go, can you get up to that note in the A4? Erla, my pleasure. Welcome. Hope you got to join in a little bit to with the warm up. We're gonna be continuing on with the warm up soon. Just taking some questions before we move on. So if you could hold it straight, so like but you can't get vibrato to happen, then it means that you don't fully own the note. So there's like kind of three ways you can go for a note. You can get there, I just tap it and come back down. Then there's holding the note but having it straight tone. That's another way to do it. But if there's no vibrato and you want to have vibrato, something's lacking there. And if you do and you have a free spinning vibrato, now that means that you are, sorry, just had a call incoming. That means that your voice is, but it's not a call from one of you guys. By the way, anybody that's hopping on, I've popped my phone number. It's my phone number onto the chat. I'm going to put it on here again. I'd love to help you guys out live on the call right now. So anybody that has questions or wants to work on something, call in now, and I'd be happy to work with you guys live on the call. But yeah, that's the third level. It's being able to hold it with vibrato, and then if you're able to do that easily, you own that note. All right, so Lee, you're saying I'm terrible at singing and can barely keep pitch. Where do I even start? Okay. So if you're struggling with singing on pitch, what I would recommend is I would get some sort of tuner app. See if I can find one. I think I have one. Yeah, so here I've got like the tuner. It's a tuner app. Just gotta wait through the ads here. Give me a sec. Okay, so then it's gonna show you as I'm speaking right now, it's picking up the pitches of my voice. And so if I were to sing, now it's holding out a certain pitch. So what I would recommend doing is hitting on a keyboard. Let's say I go ding, ding, right? So then I got to hit the C#4, and I got to try to hit that C#4. Ding, If I'm able to hit that C#4, now I'm able to hit on that pitch. So when you get it wrong, which most people that are struggling with pitch will get it wrong. So instead of going being right on the C#, you'll end up being G#. So I see I'm G#3. So all I got to do is slide up to the correct pitch, that C#4. Now I'm on the right pitch. The audio is in front of the video. Oh, shoot. It's my audio is lagging. Apologize for that. So I should refresh. Okay, let me see if there's a way to refresh here. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Staunch Catholic is saying, can you pray for me? My best friend just passed away and another got diagnosed with cancer. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Wow. I'll definitely pray for you guys. Is it any better, Romania? By any chance? All right. Thanks, Buddha. So, Alex, you're asking, people tell me my vibrato is very good. That's awesome. You're a bass. Okay. So I always had issues with higher notes. Any advice, singing teacher? Yeah. So, let me see. Are we back? Are we back? Is it better synced up now? I just refreshed it. Oh, it might be my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is not the greatest here. Okay, great. Glad to hear. Okay, so you're a bass. So issues with higher notes. I have a bit of a controversial take on this. I don't believe that voice type is going to affect your higher notes. It will help or affect your lower notes. So you will be able to sing way lower than other people would be able to. So a tenor, let's say, trying to sing your low note is not going to be possible. But you should be able to sing with enough training. You should be able to sing the same high notes as a tenor. And you could see this with Avi Kaplan, who sings. You could see this with, I'm blanking on his name, from Home Free, that bass singer. All of them show themselves singing in the tenor range, but then they're also basses, true basses. So nothing wrong with being a bass and being able to hit high notes. It is definitely doable, and your voice can do it. The key is to learn the right approach to the high notes, drop enough weight, right? So a bass, like I'm a baritone, so my voice is going to be thicker, heavier in the higher range, but it doesn't mean that I can't thin out. I can thin out. My voice can go into whistle. But it's about making sure that I thin out for those higher notes and don't try to take up that type of weight. So we got to thin out. At what point or how many years of training can a singer conclude that their ceiling on high notes is an actual physiological limit rather than solvable by more training or better technique? So, great question. Great question. There's going to be a ceiling for everybody. It's gonna take some fine tuning to do that, like years of fine tuning. For me, I would say I determined what my ceiling was. I want to say like 12 years into my journey, but what that means is with the right warm up, I know I can do it. Like if I'm going to a recording studio, I know I can hit certain notes. I know I can hit the high C. I know I can hit, even the high D. But if I'm doing something live, I'm not going to chance it. And so you kind of find where your ceiling is of like, these are the notes that I have and I know I can hit, even if my voice is feeling a little bit off kilter. But then there's specific notes that that are not one-off notes, but are notes that you can't hit all the time. They're not always there for you. They're not consistently accessible. So like I wouldn't do Don't Stop Believing in the original key night after night. Just my voice is just not set up to be able to do that. But that's my perspective on it, is that you will find your ceiling. Again, mine is 12 years. I don't know how many years it will be for somebody that has like proper training. I had to do a lot of trial and error before I found good coaches. But hopefully you guys find good coaches to be able to get you guys to that point where you are improving faster, and then you'll know kind of what is your comfort ceiling of where you'll do it live, and then what would you be comfortable pushing your voice to do on a recording session. Okay, so Alex, yes, it's true, but every time I go high, my throat hurts. Sorry to hear that. Most likely what's happening is your larynx is jamming up into your throat. So you're going, ah! And because of that, your throat is getting tight. And because it's getting tight, it's hurting. So definitely you're going to be more comfortable in your low range probably for a while till you get the proper training to be able to access that without the larynx going way out of whack. So I hope that helps. Okay, but let's get back to the vocal warm-up. Everybody who has joined recently, to all of you that have been here since the beginning, awesome. Thank you. Welcome. For all of you who are joining now, we're doing our vocal warm-up. And again, I'm dedicated to do this every single day with you guys because I haven't been consistent with my warm-ups, and I want you guys to be consistent with your warm-ups too. And as I said, if you warm up every single day, you will 100% improve. Will you improve as fast as if you get feedback and you get a proper coach? No, but you will improve. So let's improve together. So let's start off. Let's continue on rather with our puffy cheeks. So we're gonna go. Keep a hand on your belly to make sure you're using your belly. Don't breathe from up here, breathe from down here. Join in with me. I'm just going to plug this in. Also, one thing that I'm doing inside my mouth, I'm keeping my tongue anchored up against the bottom teeth. Very important. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are doing this with me. All right. Awesome. Great job, guys. Thank you for joining me. Join me tomorrow. I'm going to be doing the exact same vocal warm-up, warming up with you guys every single day. We're going to do this together. We're going to become incredible singers together. I'll see you guys tomorrow.